Good morning. Hello, people of Melbourne and beyond, people of Facebook. I've checked the calendar and today is Thursday. I'm absolutely sure of it. It's Thursday, and I also know because the bins are out. So we are in stage 4 lockdown in Melbourne, friends. And for the people who are overseas, I'm just going to tell you quickly what that looks like. In our state, we have an average of 300 to 700 cases a day, and they have put us under stage 4 lockdown, which means we have a curfew. We have a citywide curfew, so you can only be out of the house from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. When you leave the house, you are only allowed to be out of the house for 1 hour to go shopping. For exercise. They haven't put a time limit on shopping, so I assume that means you can take your time at the supermarket. But this is really intense now. For a lot of us, me included, I've been locked down since March. I was locked down from the very first weekend when I came back from Esoteric and saw the panic buying and started doing these live videos. And I've been pretty much locked down since then, apart from the brief little reopening that we had. So it's really hard this time, friends, because the numbers aren't doing anything great. They're not going down. And it's hard for people who have been doing the right thing to see those numbers and have been doing the right thing and really feel like we're not getting anywhere. But I really want to talk today about fear, and fear being used now as a virtue. Fear is not a virtue. Fear has never been a virtue. Fear is a motivator. Fear has been a great motivator. And I've done a lot of work on fear in my life. I've done a lot of work on myself, and I've done a lot of work with clients. And yeah, it's really interesting what is happening now, the policing of each other. A friend of mine was walking down the street the other day. He was nowhere near anyone else, and people started abusing him and filming him for eating his lunch with his mask off. Now, this is what we're looking at. So I just want to talk for a minute about this. I feel like there's a scale of fear, okay? And on one end, we have these ridiculous libertarians, they're calling themselves, like Eve Black and Lizzie Rose and the other guy, the ginger lawyer guy or whoever he is. And these people are absolutely ridiculous, and they're giving any one of us who's questioning anything a really bad name. It really frustrated me to watch the video of that guy, and we get halfway through the video and he's saying all this legal jargon, but actually his license is expired and his rego is out of date. Now, I understand that when we are born into society, we sign a lot of contracts that we maybe don't all agree to, but paying the rego on your car pays for our fucking roads and makes fucking sense. So if you haven't paid the rego on your car, then yeah, you should probably get stopped and fined. So it was really frustrating to see those people do border runs. And it was a massive sign of white privilege, by the way, because if people of color had been doing that same bullshit, they would have been slapped in jail pretty fucking quick. So I think that's a comment on white privilege in Australia right there. If you actually looked at the script that they're all reading from, which I have, it's total fucking bullshit. It's not actually based in legal, realness. So they're giving anyone who questions anything a bad name. Now, the other problem, though, so we've got them on one end, they're the extremists. And on the other end of the scale, we've got people that are fucking terrified, absolutely terrified, and think they're going to die from this virus like tomorrow. And they're the people who are filming my friends and screaming at them in the street and ringing the fucking hotline to dob in someone who's delivering toilet paper to someone else. Okay, so this is the scale. And I've been thinking a lot about where I'm at on this scale. And I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle of the scale of fear, friends. And, what we really need right now is critical thinking and common sense. And what really worries me is that anytime I make one of these videos or put a post out there in public, people are really quick to label me one end or the other. And I'm not buying it. Sorry. People want me to be this super liberated, lefty, compassionate, all the time. I'm not that. They also want me to be this fucking, right-winged. I'm not. I'm not willing to buy into extremes. And I just need to say that extreme modes of thought are what has fucked the world at this point, okay? The memes about the red or the blue pill, Fuck that binary shit, guys. It's not as simple as red pill or blue pill right now. And I feel like the truthers, the problem with all of that is when you start connecting all of these things together, like child trafficking and Epstein and Bill Gates, and when you start connecting all of these things together, it's supposed to make you feel empowered with truth, yeah? But every time I hear that stuff, I feel disempowered. I feel disempowered because there are no fucking solutions, actually. And none of these people are providing any solutions. Yesterday, a solution I was given was to storm Parliament. Now, storming Parliament is not going to happen in this fucking country. Not anytime soon. It's just not. And it's not going to happen under the cover of COVID. So I think we need to be really careful about these extremes, yeah? We need to be very careful about connecting all of these things and, they're all fucked and the New World Order and all of that. Yeah, okay, so what do we do about it then? I want solutions. And then I think we need to be extremely careful of lock the country down forever and ever and lock everyone away and no one should leave their house. And I mean, have you guys noticed how single people have been left out of this narrative? For a lot of the narratives, it's been spend time with your family, spend time with your family. 2.3 million Australians have no family. I officially have no family. Yeah, I know you're all my family, but I officially have no family. And there are other single people in my feed who are totally freaked out at the idea of 6 weeks not being able to see a single human apart from at the shops. So that's a real problem, We do live in a very colloquial, very 50s paradigm here in Australia. And I think that's coming to light a little bit at the moment. Sam, disbelief and anger. Yes, there is disbelief and anger. There is disbelief and anger, but I feel like the anger is just not helping. The anger is not helping any of us, actually. I'm not even angry at the government, I mean, I don't actually want to give Dan Andrews a virtual hug. Sorry, but this is his job, everyone. We pay him very well for this. And I saw a rumor today, which I'm not sure if it's true, but it said that him and his cabinet are getting an 11% pay rise. Now, if that is true, do we think that's okay? I don't think they should be getting a pay rise right now. They should be taking a pay cut like the rest of us. And also, this is their fucking job. They signed up for this job. And it's not all holding babies for cameras, okay? Like, this is a crisis and they need to act. So, no, I don't want to give Daniel Andrews a virtual hug. But if he gets us out of this without loads of suicide, without and our economy, I'll give him a pat on the back. I'll even go for a beer with the guy, okay? But by the way, I already painted my house. Sorry, Dan. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, I think we need to be extremely tempered, and I think we need to respond, not react to what's happening to us, and what is happening is, we've been told that we're under martial law. But I personally haven't seen anything different in my neighborhood. Have you? I mean, I have a friend who is on the border of New South Wales and Victoria, and there's a roadblock at the end of his street, and he fled to New South Wales when this started happening for a job of his, and he now can't come back here to his home, to his family or whatever. But is it martial law or do they just want us to think that? The other thing is that Reservoir, there's a lot of choppers going on. I don't know what they're doing. What are they doing in the middle of the night? We also bought 4 helicopters during this time. Global pandemic happening, and yet we buy 4 helicopters. Just doesn't seem to be a priority. So the problem we have here is that when anyone says they're asking any questions whatsoever, they're painted as a right-wing Trump supporter, mask denier. No, sorry everyone, but we do need to ask questions. We just need to ask critical thinking questions. Yes, there is a virus. Yes, it is decimating our elderly population. I have got one friend whose grandparent died, one friend, and yet I have more than 5 suicides in my network, friends. So one grandparent has died of COVID that I know of, and yet more than 5 suicides have occurred. So this is why I keep preaching about mental health. And this is why I think we do need to question these measures and whether they are working, because it's disheartening when the numbers aren't doing anything. We've been locked down. I've been locked down since March. Most people in my feed who this broadcast is going to have been doing the absolute right thing for as much as they're telling us on Facebook. So why aren't the numbers going down yet? you know? And I'm here, I'm not an epidemiologist, I'm not a nurse, even though I had a nurse hat on for my last video. I'm just a human, you know, and I do consider myself an amateur anthropologist. And what we are dealing with right now is going to have really long-term repercussions well beyond this virus. The other tricky thing is we'll never know. We will never know how much it would have spread and how many would have died. We will never actually have those stats because what happens in every country is totally different. So do I have any convincing, conclusive, beautiful answers for you today? Not really. Do I think we need to use our critical thinking hats? Yes, I do. Do I think we need to support our community? Yes, I do. Oh, and I have something else to share with you. I forgot it. Hang on. So, I went for a dog walk with my friend today, wearing our masks in the park distant. And she showed me this note. And she has been putting these in people's letterboxes. And I'm going to read it to you. It says, "This is an unprecedented time for us right now as a global community. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to your neighbor. You are part of my community and you are important to me. It feels like the powers that be want to pit us against one another, but we have the greatest strength when we work together. I love you even though we are all so different. To plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. If you are struggling with mental health, you can text 0477 131 114 from 6 p.m. to midnight and a trained supporter will respond." Now, this is a dear friend of mine who works in disability, Jessie Lee, and she's putting these in people's letterboxes. And I think this is fucking beautiful. But I have seen during this time someone say protests should now be outlawed. No, that is dangerous. I've seen someone say letterbox drops should be outlawed. No, that is fucking dangerous. We cannot lose the things that make humanity. We can't lose the freedom to assemble, friends. Like, I understand all of this, and some cunt is probably going to come on here and tell me that the BLM protest did all this shit. It fucking didn't. Sorry, mate. But there was just as many people as at Chadstone, and there still is probably. Maybe not today, but the last couple of days. So I think it's a really tricky time. I think we need to be careful at the finger pointing and the blaming. I think we need to, we need to question government. Why are they not sitting? Some people sat at Parliament the other day and they got totally bullied for having a conversation about what's happening. We need to ask our leaders to talk about what's happening. This is still a democracy. So we need to be aware of that and we need to be careful. And the minute anyone mentions civil liberties, don't paint them as a fucking Merv Freedom's dumbass Karen Trump supporter. No, that is fucking dangerous. That is the polarity that has got us here, friends. Okay? So this whole binary thinking, left, right, wrong, science or not science. Oh, I have one other thing to show you. I just forgot. So I've been collecting dangerous memes. All right, I'm going to show you one right now. I think these memes are fucking dangerous and they should stop. Here it is. Here it is. It says, COVID has revealed two types of people. Those who believe the human body is inherently flawed and there's always a higher authority, doctors, scientists, governments who must save it. And those who believe the human body is a messenger, inherently wise, self-healing, and knows themselves as their own health authority. I'm sorry, but this meme is fucking bullshit. This meme, this polarity, this division, this is the problem. The way that is worded is fucking dangerous. Yeah? We need to acknowledge science and experts and medicine, and we also need to use our common sense and remember our ability to be free-thinking sovereign beings and, use this wisely. This sort of binary shit is what is causing all of this problem. Yeah, I saved another one that was something to do with child trafficking and masks. Like, it's just got pretty fucking ridiculous out there. And we need to be really careful what narratives we adopt from America because we're not America yet. We're not America yet. Whatever Trump is doing, I don't feel like ScoMo is privy to. He's not sitting at the table. He's not at the party. He's not there. He's ScoMo's at the footy, man. He's at the footy. So, I think we need to just really take the American lens off what is happening here and really look at what's happening in our own community. Um, anyway, that's all I have for you today, everyone. There are no solid answers. It's really fucking tough in Melbourne right now. Okay, everybody is really feeling it, whether it's economic, whether it's emotional. We need to check in on our single and solo friends. We need to check in on our parent friends. Okay, we need to, whether you're working or not working, neither of those things are easy. When you're working, you're putting yourself at risk. Yeah, every day. When you're not working, you don't know if you're ever going to work again. Like, it is fucking so hard for everybody right now. Nobody has it easy. So just put that lens on your interactions with humans on the internet, in the world, at the supermarket. Okay? Because compassion actually is what's going to get us through. Compassion and critical thinking. Okay? The other thing is, I love that Lizzie Rose and all those people were not wearing masks to Bunnings. If you're worried about mask wearing, then look at what's happened with our civil liberties in the last 48 hours, friends, because mask wearing doesn't mean shit. Put your fucking mask on and argue about something more important, like the massive class divide that we are now witnessing in our country. It's getting wider. It's getting wider, not closer. Okay? So I think these are the things we really need to be discussing. And we have a right to talk about them. You know, as I said, I'm not an epidemiologist, so I can't talk to you about the spread of the virus from an educated place. But I can talk to you about humans, and I can talk to you about business owners, and I can talk to you about mentally unwell people, because I have these people ringing me every day. Some days I have 7 phone calls before 10 a.m. 7 phone calls of people who are not okay. And I just video them straight away because this facial contact, it's so much better than text. So please reach out to people, yeah? If you're not okay. I can't lose a friend. I am not losing a friend to suicide over this shit. No fucking way. I feel really strongly about it, okay? So I will support you and you will support me. You know, and to the people who have been saying really nasty things, I've been called an outrage porn purveyor, a virtue signaler. I've been called a Nazi in the last couple of days because I was telling people how to break the rules safely. Can you really think about what you say to other people at that time? Because I seem strong, but I'm fucking fragile, man. I'm just a regular human like the rest of us. I want everyone to love me. I can't help it. So really be aware of what you say, because these videos do actually help my mental health to do them. So I hope they help you as well. Anyway, this one's probably gone too long. And yeah, I don't know what to say next. But I love you all. And it is Thursday. And the sun is shining. And spring is coming. And fuck coronavirus. That's what I have to say. All right, have a good day, all. Bye.